up, everybody? It's your girl Ryan and Leah, and I am here with a tutorial kind of updates, upkeep kind of these braids. They were Beyonce-inspired, and I'm gonna put the picture right here. Yeah, so that was the inspiration behind these braids. I was gonna do the whole makeup look and everything, but you know, who has time? I do not. But I just wanted to show y'all the end of what these look like. So like, don't freak out if you don't want to look like this, okay?
All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get started. So first I'm starting off with a hair pack from my local beauty supply store. Nothing too fancy. Then I'm gonna go in with some extra moisture Detangler from Shea Moisture, some Braid-Up conditioning gel. Y'all, that gel is the bomb. Promise I'm not being sponsored by Cream of Nature or Shea Moisture, but I could be. Wink, wink. Okay, so I'm starting with freshly washed, pre-stretched, pre-braided, and pre-twisted hair. Hello, have all the pre's. I just found that this process makes it easier for me. It makes it more manageable for me to actually go in and braid my hair. So as you can see, the sections that I've divided it up into, and I just twisted it to make sure that they stay in place. So this is the hair. It's a yucky texture, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna dip it so it doesn't really matter all that much, but it's a nice ombre color. So I did a makeshift separation situation with just the hook that was in my bathroom that I had available to me. But I do find that it's easier when you separate your hair, even if it's only 6 things. If you have to lay it on a chair, whatever you have to do, it's just so much easier whenever you separate the hair. Makes it go by faster. Okay, so now I am taking one of those from the hook, as you can see. Very clear right there. Look at that hand. Okay, so I'm going to separate those into two pieces, and then we're going to start braiding with just the one. But before we start that, I'm going to go in, because I pre-braided these, some of them were a little loose, so I just went in and make sure that they were tight. And then also I had to go back in and separate them. So just wanted to make sure that they're in 3 clean pieces before I add the extra hair in. So now that you can see that I have the 3 pieces that are clean and that are clear and that are braided correctly, I'm about to go in and add the first piece of hair. So this part, you know, I take it and I wrap it around, and then I just make sure that I intertwine the hair with my hair. Now this will produce, it didn't always produce this for me, but maybe I just did it subconsciously, I guess, a different way each time. But sometimes it produced like that little knot looking situation, but they're so small that you really can't tell. But then sometimes they didn't, they were hidden. So it's really however you want to do it. There is a more advanced way to do the knotless braids, but this works best for me, and it was easiest and quickest. So as you can see, I'm just going in and continuing to braid it. I'm using this Braid-Up gel. Y'all, if y'all haven't used this collection, I'm bragging on it. I don't even know if they still make it, but the Protective Style collection by Shea Moisture, literally is so good. Like, it's so moisturizing to my hair. It never leaves any white residue or those little beads. We know we hate those beads. Never leaves that, never leaves any crust. So I just really appreciate that line from Shea Moisture specifically, and I literally always use it for my protective styles. Hope they still have it, because I've had this for a minute. So I am just continuing to braid. Continuing to go in and add just a little bit of that gel. Don't overdo it, but the gel does make your hair look shiny. It doesn't dry your hair out, and it's just really good. As you can see by my forehead, the gel is really doing wonders for my glow. So, you know, just put this gel all over your life and it'll glow. Just kidding, actually. But just continue to braid down. Honestly, one of the longest parts of this entire process is just making sure that you braid down the length of your hair and that your ends are tucked in neatly and nicely into the braids, because some of my ends kind of came out a little bit. It's a little irky. When they get a little more frizzy, it looks fine, but for the fresh look, I don't like for my ends to be out, which some of them were because life happened, but Okay, so I didn't braid all the way to the ends because I am gonna dip my ends, but I'm taking my absolute favorite hair accessory. I'm gonna call it the Snappee. I believe they changed the name, so I'm just gonna add the name somewhere in here. But literally, it's so convenient for protective styles or braids or twists or whatever, anything where my hair is longer than my actual hair. So right here, I'm just showing you how I divided my sections up, and then I'm gonna show you how to braid the fronts of your head to make sure that you don't pull your edges out, because we can't be edgeless in this world. We have to take care of our edges. So for the front, I already pre-braided it, but I want to go ahead and just start from scratch with the braids, just because I want to make sure that it's secure. It's secure but not too tight, right? And so I just wanted to make sure that it was neat, and so I'm going in and I'm starting to re-braid it. So I'll braid my actual hair probably about 45 times before I take the strand. So with this strand, you're going to make sure that the first one you add is 1/4 of the whole thing that I showed you before, okay? And then you're going to add 3 instead of adding 2. So the first 2 that you add are going to be your smallest pieces. So if you have the hair that you took from your little ghetto hook, and then you divide that up into 2 pieces, you're going to divide one of those pieces into 2 more pieces, so you would have 3 total, the 2 being the smallest and the third being a regular half that you would use. And the third, which is the largest half, is the one that you're going to add in later. I hope that made sense. I feel like it didn't, but I'm just gonna pray that it did, because it's all I got. Continue to just braid down the length of your hair, making sure that you aren't being too harsh, that you're being very gentle, because like I said, we need our edges. We need to take care of our edges. I don't think that we honor them enough, honestly, truly. And so just make sure that as you're braiding the perimeter of your hair, that you're just being extra gentle. Be gentle with your whole head, but especially around those edges. We want them to last a lifetime, really, honestly, truly. Okay, so now that we have completed the whole entire head, I'm just gonna go around so you can see what it looks like. There were some parts in the back where I feel like I could have parted it a little differently so it would have laid a little flatter, but honestly, I was pretty happy with the results. Oh, these ends, we can't do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna divide our hair into 4 sections, okay? I'm just using a little satin scrunchie from Chiilllleee, and actually, nope, not using it. Not using it, but I am braiding my hair in, I'm just braiding my hair and apply it all the way down, just so that when I dip my hair, there is a texture to it. So I'm just going to repeat this process around my head. I divided into 4 sections, so I'll be braiding all 4 sections just like this. I just want to say that this glow is brought to you by Shea Moisture, not their skincare line, but their hairline. If you want to glow like this, use Shea Moisture. Once again, I am not sponsored, but I could be. I'm childish, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're just continuing to finish out braiding the hair, and I will show you what the sections look like right now. Just 4 sections, nothing too difficult. So you're going to boil some water, and you're going to dip your hair in that water. Now, whatever container you use to dip your hair in, that is your prerogative. It probably wasn't super sanitary to dip my hair in a pot, but hey, don't judge me, because you know what? I cleaned the pot. Anywho, so as you can see, as I take my hair out, the braids are way tighter than what Beyonce's were, but this is Beyonce-Inspired. wasn't trying to just be Beyonce herself. So no, but seriously, once you wear these for a while, the curls will fall. They will get looser. So I wasn't really too worried about it, because by the end of it, as you saw in the beginning of the video, they were not this tight at all. Hey, yeah. So y'all, that is the end of this baby tutorial. It wasn't really a real tutorial, but just something to show you guys how I did the process, my method of doing things. And now I'm gonna give you some pros and cons about these braids.
You can throw it, you can flip it, you know what I'm saying? So here's some pros and cons. I'm about to take these mugs out, so I'm trying to like speak fast through this video because it's about to be 2020 and I can't go into 2020 with raggedy hair. Dirty hair, a dirty scalp in 2020. Who? Where? Let me close my eyes. I simply cannot imagine it. I simply cannot. Yup, so we're not doing it. So I'm about to take these down, but I just wanted to show y'all how they are a month and a half late. I installed these before Thanksgiving, and it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. So, yep. Okay, so some pros and cons. Some pros, this is really cute. You know what I'm saying? It lasts a long time. It's super lightweight. It's very diverse. You can do a lot of different styles. I don't know. I just like it. It's really cute. Would I do this in 2020? Yes. Is this something we want to bring in with us in 2020? Yes, it is. It certainly is. You do want to carve out some time, because this is a very long process, because I start from clean hair, which this is not, but I start from clean hair, clean scalp, everything. Then I separate it into days so it's not so taxing. So like one day I would wash, deep condition, all that stuff to my hair. Then I would stretch it by braiding it or twisting it, and then I would do it into parts, these little parts, and just braid the root. So whenever I did the style, the roots were already braided. And yeah, and then just add the hair in. So I had to separate it into days because, again, who has a whole 24 hours to stay up and do their hair? I used to it back in my day. I had the time. But where is that time now? I don't know, because I'm grown. So pros, you know, we did that. Cons, it just takes a really long time. And I don't like the dirty hair look, you know. And I know you could wash them, but since it's like my roots, and I don't know, I could have not done it all the way right. Somebody's gonna probably say something in the comment section, because y'all be doing stuff like that. Just kidding, I love y'all, God bless you. But because it's my roots, I didn't want them to just get super poofy. They're already poofy now, without water added to them. And this is just really long for me to wash. I know people have longer hair, but I don't right now, so I don't want to do that personally. A con is probably about to be me taking these down. Let's just be honest, because they're a little small. But I do like this size. This size is really cute. It's like, it lays, you know what I'm saying, whenever it's down. So I do appreciate that. I do appreciate a good lay. Do you hear me? I'm talking about the hair, talking about hair, people. But yeah, so it just takes really long. It's probably gonna take me a really long time to take them down. But other than that, I really enjoyed this style. A lot of people wanted me to do their hair, but like, yeah. So yeah, but I'm about to take these down, wash them. And yeah, if y'all have any questions about these braids, leave them in the comment section. Yeah, I was about to say leave them in the description box, but you can't do that because you don't have the controls that you need and the access that you need to be in my description box. All right, next.